Hi, friends. This is Caitlin. I am so happy to be back here with you with Pink and Main. Um, we are celebrating part two of Sneak Peek Week tonight. It's going to be so good. I already see so many people in the comments checking in. I saw Elizabeth said it's 114 in Arizona, and that sounds terrible. It's the worst. I saw Irma checking in from California. I saw Lisa, she's hanging out at the airport. So thanks for checking in before you hop on your flight. I saw Annette checking in, Sherry, Kathleen. Let's see, Gloria's here. Um, Irma's, oh yeah, Irma's in from Southern California. I got her. Maria, Karen. So I'm so happy that you are here. Sorry, hold on one second. My eye is itching. Um, yeah, sneak peek night two. It's going to be really good. Um, yeah. Oh, while I'm thinking of it, that's what I meant to do. I have the list of winners for this week, or sorry, for tonight for our giveaway. So our three winners for tonight, I already emailed. We have Joanne F, we have Sandra J, and we have Peggy M. So those three ladies, check your emails. I do have to tell you, my two Canadians, I'm going tomorrow to get the international sticker that I need, stamp that I need to send. But otherwise, as of tomorrow, we should be pretty close to caught up. So I do want to warn you. I have two Canada ladies that are waiting, but I will take care of that in the morning. I was going to go on Wednesday. Wednesday was a holiday, and I forgot that we didn't have off from work, so I forgot it was a federal holiday. Um, let's see, Kathleen. Let me double check. Yep, I got you, Kathleen. You're good. Um, yeah, Melissa, you are one of them. So yeah, perfect. Someone put a sad face. I'm sorry if you're sad. I didn't mean to make you sad. Hopefully that was a mistake because hopefully I'm making everyone happy. All right. I know what you're really all here for, and it's not to hear me talk about the weather anymore. I know, it's for sneak peeks. So let's go ahead and show you some sneak peeks. So I have the main stamp and die set we're going to be using here, but I thought that I would share some other newness to start us off. So when I was going through all of the fish things, on Tuesday, I forgot one of the like water fish related products. So this is the Beachy Backgrounds foilable sheets. And so these are the big guys, and there's 8 different patterns in here. So you get one of each pattern. So I wanted to show you because the little pictures don't do them justice. So we have flamingos. We have this black with the like white wavy swirly pearls. So pretty. We have these fish, and I like that they're a little like irregular. We have these beautiful seashells. We have anchors. We have seahorses. They're all gonna fall. They're all gonna fall. Oh, that's like an optical illusion. That's getting me. Hold on. Oh, anybody else? That's moving, right? You guys can see that even on the screen. It looks like it's moving. Okay, that's enough of that one. The waves. And then this one, which I love, because this looks like, oh, and I think I got an extra bonus one in here. This looks like a stencil that Pink and Mean has. That's so beautiful. So this one is not for me. Sorry to anyone else that loves it and or also just got the spins from that one. Right? Wonky. Yeah, just a little bit. So I did want to share those. And then I have one other thing that I figured I'd show you at the beginning, and then we'll make our project, and then I'll show you guys some more halfway and at the end. So the other thing I wanted to share sneak peek wise were our new cut ups. These are the summer fun cut ups, and these are so fun. So we have lots of little sentiments, hello sunshine, sun kissed greetings, and anything that's black toner on these, when you foil them, will become the foil part, right? So we have this really fun flamingo made out of flowers and hearts. Happiness comes in waves. I love these because they look like they should be like bumper stickers. They're so fun. Sun kissed. We got some sunglasses. You're wonderful, that's for sure. Like seashore. I love these little glasses with the patterns on them. That's fun. Sending sunshine. We got leaves. I'm putting all the ice cream things to the side. We have this really cute little popsicle and anchor. These are just like so fun and happy. Don't worry, beach happy. Hello, summer. And then pineapples. Hello, sunshine. I'm done adulting. Let's be mermaids. Seize the day. High tides and good vibes. Summer vibes and tan lines. These are so cute. And all of these would be great, like on a patterned background, or you could put them in with stamped images. You can let them stand by themselves. Sunrise, sunburn, sunset, repeat. Song. All right, and then we have all of these little ice cream cone combinations that you can make. Different ice cream tops. So cute. So I love the style of these. I love that the font is a little bit different than anything we've seen so far. We got a little bit of a retro feel. Um, just said I thought I was tripping. Me too. Glad it's not just me. All right, so those two are new things. I have the whole stack right here of everything else. So I want to show you though the stamp set we're going to be using tonight. This is called Flamillion, and it looks like this. It's a super adorable. This is the image we're using because she is absolutely adorable, and I have to. It doesn't say Mommy Lay, but this has to be a Mommy Lay. So summer greetings, the little piggy, the flamingos. So like you're one in a flamillion, flamingo million, happy summer, sending lots of sunshine. That's the sentiment we're going with. I love this little beachy scene, and you could even just put some of the shells or like the little crab, and that could be your whole scene, and it would be adorable. So we have that and the coordinating dies, and the dies also come with coordinating. Sorry, that didn't make sense. There are also coordinating dies for the sentiments, as there usually are for this type of set for us. So that's what we're going to play with. We're going to make a mini slim because we haven't done one of those in a while. So I brought out the Mod Stitched Mini Slim dies. I have a vision. Hopefully it turns out the way I think it's going to turn out. You know me though, we won't know until we get there. Hey, Dawn. I saw Jeanette checking in too. Teresa. Uh, what is this one? Oh, the stamp set. Are we talking about the stamp set, Teresa? This is the Flamillion. Everything's listed in the description for you too, that I plan on using at least. So I have the year-round plaids #1 set, and I was leaning either this like I want to go with the summer style plaids, I think, because the springs are just a little too pastel for what I'm looking for. But I also thought this one would be cool because this is going to go in the background of our card. It's not going to be the main focus. It's going to be the matte. Yeah, I think I want to do the pink, orange, and yellow. because I think it'll pop like really bright, true summer vibes. And then our main panel part. Oh, and Dad's here. Hey, Dad. Our main panel part is going to be the, I think, pebble, but we might be making a little scene out of it. So we might have to do some ice rink as well. So let's start by trimming this down and figure out if the middle die is the one that I want. It's the one I think I want, but let's be sure. So our mini slim is 6 by 3.5. So this is already 6. So that's good to go. And I want to make sure, yeah, that's going to be perfect. I want there to be enough pattern that you can see it and it pops and brings in that fun color. But I also want to make sure that we have enough room to build out this little scene I'm envisioning. So that'll be perfect. We'll put our scrap up here in the little scrap bin. And yeah, I was going to do pebble, but I really want to build this little scene. And I want to do some ink blending with you guys, like the most simple ink blend ever. So let's do some ice rink. And you know what? I should trim this because we can use it to stamp out and heat emboss our sentiment if we don't do it straight onto the background. I haven't decided that yet. Run this through my fabric machine, big shot. And I want to make sure that you guys remember that tomorrow on Instagram, there will be a hop from Pink and Mean and all of us on the design team sharing some projects with the new release and giving you guys a chance to win a gift card. So make sure you check out the hop. It's going to be a good one. It's going to be super cute. Yeah, I think that's good. I love these mod stitched with like the one rounded and then the one like 90-degree corner. So cute. Oh, I have to share with you too what I made the other day, yesterday. Um, if you were here on Tuesday, you saw the fish bowl card that we made. And at the end, I shared a sneak peek of the fish like bag, the bag you can put where you bring the fish home from the store. And someone had said, I forget, it might have been Melissa, that it would be fun to have a fish bowl shaped card. So I was inspired to make a fish bag card, or it's kind of a tag, but like a card tag instead of just a regular tag. Um, and then I added some twine in there that matched our little betta fish. So now I have a cute little tag that I can put a little note in for somebody for a little thank you or their birthday. You're fantastic. I was really happy with how that one turned out. So I'm going to put this up on the Pink and Mane blog next week. It'll be kind of short and sweet, but if you want to see all of the details of how that came together, check out the blog. Okay, let's stamp our images so that they can dry down while we ink blend. How about that? I'm going to grab a piece of Copic Express cardstock. I don't have any good scrap left. Thanks, Melissa. You guys are always inspiring me to try some different things. Like I never think to do shaped cards, but once you said it, I couldn't get it out of my head. So I think we're going, well, I know, we're going horizontal for this project because I want to be able to have a little right hand heavy scene. And then I think my goal is to put the sentiment in the upper left corner. So we're kind of going to create that diagonal across our card. So It doesn't matter where they are for this because we're going to die cut everything. But in theory, that's going to go over there. We have our little sun. She's probably going to come over here, but maybe she'll go this way, even though the whole point of the umbrella is to cover her up. That's okay. I want the little clouds. And the little crab. That's kind of the vision. Let's do the shell too. Why not? That's why this part is going to be a little simple, like technique wise, because we're going to be coloring a lot of these images up. I'm going to rub the back of these to get them, that coating off of them a little bit. Thanks, Dawn. Yeah, our fish card from earlier this week did turn out so fun. It's so funny that when you guys tell me watch on the TV, it cracks me up every time because my kids think it's so funny to watch my videos on the TV too. And I took my kids with me to work last week, and we have like a 84 or 85, something ridiculous inch TV at work that we use as like a giant monitor basically for our meetings. And so now they just want to go back every week with me to work so that they can watch YouTube on the big giant screen at work because it's bigger than the screen we have at home. So funny. Now they think work is great. I'm like, well, when you're a grown up, I don't get to just sit and watch. I mean, to be fair, I usually do have YouTube videos playing on my phone in the background while I'm working, but that's just because sometimes our office gets a little. Okay, so we stamped our images out with our asphalt ink. That's them. Everybody's so cute. I love the little like happy faces on the bucket and the castle. So we're going to set those to the side to dry while we get our little scene prepared. And we are going to break out our lakeside ink again, but I also do need a brown. So we're going to borrow from my distress inks. And I think vintage photo is probably fine. That'll probably suit our needs. Okay. So what I want to do, we're going to take a little bit of this Hefty Doodle tape that you guys know I love. And we're going to start, what's the way I want to do this? We have to do the bottom first. All right, so we're going to rip this basically in half long ways. And we want it to be a little jagged. Okay, and it's important-ish that we save the top and the bottom. Okay, so this piece we're going to save. It's going to come up here to the top. It doesn't have to be perfectly level, but we want it to be pretty close to level if we can, level-ish. And we're going to press that down really good. And I'm going to take my blender, hey Judith, and my vintage photo, and we're going to start adding that color from the bottom of our paper. And we're going to be really careful to be like pulling over that tape more than pushing up so that way we're not lifting it. And I want to deepen the edges all the way around, kind of make that vignette style. And if we really want to go crazy, we can always ink up the edges like that. And I think it would be cute to add some little dots. I always forget that I can just like add my ink to this glass now. Me over here trying to not make a mess, as if that's even preventable for me. Okay, let's get some water. There's a little blue left over in this brush, but that's okay. So we're gonna mix that up. And I'm separating the white part of my cardstock so that my little dots don't make their way all the way up there. And we can fill that in. So we just get those really cute, come on, you can do it. There we go, little speckles, like sand. And you can do this like custom masking stencil thing that we're doing with their ink blending with any like low tack tape that's wide enough, or if you have post-it tape or like masking paper would be fine too. Just use whatever you have. I've even done this with just computer paper, like printer paper, and just been really careful with how I blend. So we could leave it just like this and have a very cute little sandy hill, and we could leave the whole background white, which is what I was thinking I was going to do. Then once I got started, I really wanted to kind of like add a second little layer to it. So this is our reverse mask now. So we're going to line this up as close as we can. And because this cardstock now has that ink on it, it's not going to stick very well because it was already low tack to begin with, right? That's okay. I'm going to flip it and we're just going to hold the corners down with a little bit of washi for backup. Because this is so low tack. That's good enough. Okay, and then we're going to take this was the top part that we inked over. We're going to use the flat smooth side this time, and we're going to go across, leaving this little gap, and that's what's going to turn into our ocean. So again, you could skip this part if it doesn't speak to you. You could just have sand. You could have sand in your sky. You can do whatever makes you happy. I want a little sliver of ocean. And so I'm going in really softly, really light pressure, holding down my paper as much as I can, my tape. Kind of work my way back and forth. And in some spots, there's probably going to be a little bit where there's white. I think that's fine because in theory, it'll look kind of like crashing waves, maybe a little ocean foam. Okay. There we go. So now we just made ourselves our own little beach with just a little bit of ink and some tape. Super easy. Yeah, the little dots really help to like break it up a bit. So yeah, that's our little scene that our little piggy image is going to sit on. I think it's so cute. Hi, Barbara. Hey, Deanne. I can go back to here. You guys are all set. All right, I want to get these images colored next because I want to be able to kind of move them around and mock up what this is going to look like before I commit to where sentiment will go. I had images, I stamped them, I set them aside to dry. Oh, there. Is it Friday yet, guys? Okay, there's our little scene. Let's color. When my brain does nothing else, it can always color. All right, let's start. We'll go left to right. So let's start with our little cheery sun. We're going with the Y teens. We're going to start with our Y19. Add a little bit of a kind of under shadow. Okay. And we're going to also go all the way around this little raise. And we're going to jump to Y15. Oh, that sounds great, Melissa. It's a good keepsake. A little bottle of sand from Iceland. Just filling in some more of that space, pulling that color out, and kind of finishing up that outer circle with our Y15. Then we'll jump to 13 and fill in the center. Some little, not a lot of pressure, but little circles. We'll kind of get that ink moving around where we want it to. And if I am doing those little circles, I'm always using the side of my brush nib, never doing tight like circles with my marker like straight on. I'm always holding it to the side to do that. And that'll just take the pressure off so you're not hurting your marker, you're not damaging it. All right, so there's our happy little sunshine. And I think I'm going to leave these colors out because I think our umbrella is going to be like a little multicolored. Pull in the pink, the orange, and the yellow. Let's do our clouds. Those will be super easy. I'll grab a little bit of C3. And just do the tiniest. Because our sun's going to go in this upper left corner, our shadows on our clouds are going to be on the right hand side. We'll be facing away from the sun. We can grab C1, soften those edges. I'll hold this up in a minute. That's even there. It is Color of Splendor, just kind of tapping it along to make sure it's really soft. It doesn't look like a lot, but once you see it cut out and against the rest of the sky, it'll it'll pop. It'll make it look like it belongs. Oh man, Melissa's having a lobster boil on Saturday. We're all going to her house. That's it. I'm on my way. I want my crab to be a little lighter. Let's do R27. Where normally I would start with like a 29 or a 39. They're kind of coloring up from the bottom of his little body. Then we're going to jump to R24. And these are kind of orangier reds. Even 22. And I don't know that this is how it should be colored, but it's how I'm going to color it. R22. And then we're going to take a little bit of R20 on the top part of his little belly. Cute. And then, not necessary, but we'll go in with just the littlest bit of the C3 one more time and just shade part of his eyes. I think I did the wrong side, but too late now. There's our little crab. We need a color for our shell. I guess we'll go tans, but we can make him a little bit different than our sandy background so he sticks out a little bit. Let's do 44. We're going to add that shadow into the part where the animal would go. And then along all of these little curves, I don't want him to look like a pip, so let's make sure his coloring is light enough. Maybe it's just me, but that's always where my head goes. I always am concerned that that's what they're going to look like. So we did 44, 43, and I'm going to go all the way up to 41. Cute little shell. I think once he's like sideways in the sand, it'll make more sense too. It'll be more clear. I see Liza checking in. I know Connie's here. Katrina's here. Thank you. Okay. Now we're on to our main scene part. Let's get our sand all knocked out. So 35. These little sand spots. We'll do our castle though on its own. So we're gonna go all the way under this so that there isn't a white cutout for our, just along the bottom. So that there isn't a white outline against our sand that we made. It's so funny. We have way fewer people on today than we did on Tuesday. But I'm wondering if people like just start their long week, like their weekends early. Wonder if people are already traveling tonight for summer. vacations. It's always interesting trying to figure out like when the trend is, when's the best time for everybody. If you're watching this in replay, though, I'm still so grateful. I love my replay crew. I know everybody has lives and other fun stuff to do. All right, for our little castle. So we're doing all of the sand is E35, 33, and 31. For the castle, I'm going to add my shadows along either side of this main kind of structure of the building. We'd have a little shadow under these, and I'm going to add just a little dot of shading to each side of those towers. My shadows honestly are like basically just a lot of little sticks, a lot of little lines for something this small. That was a lot, and this is small, so I'm going to hold it up so you guys can see. So I have my shadow on either side of the main building, but I left a little room for kind of a reflective rounded highlight. Then I have each tower is shaded along the side. I added underline shadows to anything, right, that's kind of going across the top like that, horizontally. And then little dots of highlights to all of those like rounded caps. And then we're just going to build on that. You guys know the drill for that. So just kind of start connecting those lines, leaving that little bit of a white highlight edge for now. Going to leave the hearts open for now as well. We're going to fill those in like she brought little beads or something with her from home to decorate. So you guys are here talking about lobster, just making me hungry, even though we just ate dinner. Filling in everything except the hearts and the flags with that 31. I'm going to leave our darkest, that 35, out because we're going to add some spots to these too once the ink dries back a little bit so that, again, it fits in with the background that we're making. Oh, Liza, I bet they're not. I bet you have definitely have the ability to work on some shadows. Just take some practice. You just got to get back in the swing of it. Let's go in with our R22 that we used on our crab, and we're going to use on our umbrella for the hearts in there and the little mouths on our little friends. And then we can also go in with some Y15 that we used from our sun for our flags. They're super little. We're just going to do one color and call that a day. Let's see, our little shovel and fork. I don't know, sand fork. What is that? It can also be yellow. So I pulled in the Y19 and then our Y13, also the same colors from our sun for those. All right, let's think this through. Actually, let's just start coloring the pig. I'm overthinking it. What colors do I want? That's R02. So I definitely want R02 and R01, but I need a darker color. It's too dark. Yeah, that might work. Let's try that. We're gonna not really go in the number order we would normally go in. Sorry, guys. Let me. Okay, that person is out. Ollie, whatever is out. Melissa, don't worry. I was just thinking to myself that it's been a minute since we had a troll. Ugh, I brought it on myself. All right, I have R20. I'm gonna go outline face and right under the nose. Perfect, Leslie, don't worry. Yeah, I think when like troll accounts don't realize like if that you're streaming through like a streaming, right? Like we stream through StreamYard. I'm not just like on Facebook and YouTube. And so StreamYard has gone out of their way to make it like so easy for me to remove. So I think they try to like make a zillion comments so that it's hard for you to go back and cancel, like delete them all. But StreamYard takes care of us so well. And they make it so I can just remove everything in one button. All right, so we did R20. Now I'm going in with R02, which is a little peachier. I'm still trying to leave a lot of room for highlight because these aren't dramatically, like, there's not a huge jump in color here. And then R01, like the colors are different. Sorry, I mean like light to dark, right? We're not jumping multiple numbers here in darkness or lightness. Shade, I don't know. I don't know, guys. I'm done. Okay, we're gonna fill that in. You can kind of start to see that outline though popping. In person, it's even stronger. There we go. So you can see she's definitely still got some good shadow to her, but she's just like the cutest little piggy pink. Oh, thanks, Donna. The W word, Missy. I'm assuming you mean work. Okay, and then for her hearts, I think I'm going to bring in that 22 one more time. The 22 is R22 is what we used on the castle hearts. So I think it's cute if we use them there too. All right, so I don't want her swimsuit red or pink because she's pink. I think that's a great place to start bringing in our orange. So let's go a little lighter than we've been going. So we're going to start with our YR68. I love that I make it look easy. I've just found that for me, coloring and card making is my stress relief. It's my escape. So if I'm overthinking it or I'm stressing out about perfection, it defeats the purpose. This is my hobby. Um, this is my fun, right? So like the last thing I need to do is make it not fun. So we did YR68, YR04, which are usually my medium and light shade. And I smushed it over to the side. We shifted it so that 68 was my darkest, Y04 was my middle, and YR21, which has this little bit of yellow to it, is our highlight. Very, very cute. Let's give her a little yellow stripe because I used yellow for my fork and shovel. So I don't want my pail to be yellow. That's going to be hot pink, I think. Because even though our little crab was red, that background that I grabbed is definitely like a fuchsia pinky purple. So let's grab some RVs. I have to slide this to the side for a second. Okay. Grab a couple extra in case I'm not grabbing the right colors. Donna said, I think I had that suit. It's funny. Okay. So RV09 is definitely going to be my darkest. On this back side of the pail, I'm going to color that shadow all the way to the edge. But on the part facing the sun, we're going to leave our little highlight that you know I love to do. And we're going to add our shadow all the way under that lip as well. I'm thinking our RV17. Nope, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. I know I was picking something weird. We're going to jump. We went RV09. We're going to go to RV06. Yep, yep. Just make sure we're overlapping that a good bit so that it moves those inks around. They start to like each other. Oh, hey, Miss Judy B. And then RV23 is going to be our lightest shade. There we go. Cute little hot pink, right? It fits the vibe. Yeah, I think the color story we're going for here is like a little fun retro too. Miss Judy B, this is one of the new sets that's coming out tomorrow. This is called Flamillion, like Flamingo Million. Hey, Michelle, checking in. Multiple Michelles. See Making Memories by Michelle, Michelle Myers, all the Michelles. Oh man, just driving across Iowa. I do not envy you for that. Okay, sorry, one other thing I forgot. This little piggy's got a little bow on. So we'll bring in that 60 wire 68 and our wire 21. So we're going to skip that middle shade because there's just not a lot of room there. And that'll be good for that. And then the umbrella, we're going to do like a multicolor, but it also has that umbrella pole. We'll just add a little line of C3 that we use for our clouds. Show you where we're at so far. Okay. Let's see. Pink, yellow, orange, pink, yellow, orange, pink, yellow, orange. Of course, there's not enough to do 3. Whatever. We're just going to make it work. I don't care. See, that's what I'm saying. We could sit here and really worry about it and stress about it and try to figure it out, or we can just color and figure it out as we go. So RV09, RV06, RV23, same exact thing, same shape kind of all the way around. YR68, YR04, kind of making that U shape or a V shape, depending on what the, like, because the top has more of a U, I'm making more of a U as I blend, where for the pink, the top had more of a V, so my highlight was also more of a V. So I'm just kind of using those artist drawn lines to help guide me through that shading. All right, then we have our same yellows we were using before. Y19. This one's pointier, but not super pointy. Y15. Y13. Oh, thanks, Miss Judy. So don't forget to hit the like button. Yeah, we got to undo that sad face that someone left. If you're actually sad, also please let me know. What made you sad so we don't do it in the future? We're just going to say this is also pink, even though I don't think it is. That little sliver back there, I think would be a different color. That might help my pattern color. All right, orange. Wire 68 again. Misty, you're sad? Oh, okay. Oh, Karen said she was sad because she didn't win. I understand. Missy, why are you sad? I saw Missy look sad because her internet's being crazy. That would make me sad too. Right. Y19. And we definitely still have the giveaways going on through next week. So we're definitely going to make it through the end of June. And I might have a little surprise next Thursday. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm working on it. Oh, Missy, I missed the beginning. Okay. Don't worry. You can watch the replay. I'm going back to our pink. Got a little pink in my umbrella stand. Oh, these are going to drive me crazy. So this should be yellow. This should be the darkest orange. Oh, I think we did it. I think leaving that one pink was the answer. See, I told you it would all work out. No need to stress. Everything turned out perfect. Although now I wish her bow wasn't orange. Right. Yellow. Next section. Y19. Y15. Y13. Oh, a Zoom style class where we could craft along together. I don't know exactly how we would do that, but I will 100% think on it because I think that would also be very fun. Um, I've also been thinking about making my own like brand themed video virtual classes. So as I think about that, I'll think about all of that because all of those things I think could be very fun. You know what, I left that E35 out to do dots. But I don't think it's going to be dark enough. So I'm actually going to go E37 and we're going to just add in some little, we'll shade in the inside of this little castle with that too. So I like to add my dots mostly where my shadows are in my sand. So more like along the bottom, kind of where the little shadows are in the castle. Just little stipples. Like that. And I think my nose should be darker. I'm just going to leave it. My gut is saying leave it so I don't mess it up. All right. And then I had a little marker mishap right there. So I'm just going to go in with my white gel pen and clean up that marker. We can also go in with our white gel pen while we're here and add some highlights. Bucket would have a little highlight. Our crab, he could be shiny. Our shell, she could have a little shine. Cute. I'm not going to do everything shiny because I think these are cute enough on their own without us having to say that they're cute. There we go. Oh, Misty said that Donna does Zoom classes. I would definitely ask her how she does that. Karen, that could be a cool like giveaway style thing to do. I don't know if I can promise to make everybody a birthday card, but maybe we could do some kind of something for that. I don't know. I will think about it. I do have a giant stash of cards already in my collection. If you guys would be fine with getting previously made cards, that is definitely something we could talk about. I'm just starting to run out of time in the day, I'm like Misty. I have to deal with that W word sometimes. And with work, because my job now is very creative, sometimes if I'm not careful between card making and work, I can get serious burnout. Ooh, a Halloween swap. Now you're speaking my language there, Barbara. You know, if I'm waffling on something, the number one way to get me to change my answer to yes is to say the word Halloween. Yeah, I know summer can be hard because so many people are traveling or have kids home or um, just so much stuff going on. So I think like a little fall hop or a fall swap might be the way to go. Upside down. Barbara said me, your ears would perk up. Yep, you did. You know me very well. All right, we're gonna leave the crab out because we don't have room for him right now. You never want to let your dyes overlap, even if it's just the tiniest bit. They will bend and warp each other. It's a fun experience. We have our little sun. We have our little piggy scene, right? Can you, just with that, I feel like you can start to see my vision kind of coming to life. Right? I don't even know if we need the clouds or the crab, to be honest. Maybe like that. I don't know about the crab. I'm gonna cut him out anyway because we already came this far, but he might get the boot. Depends on how our sentiment looks there. He might not fit the vibe. And that's the other thing too. I don't stress about coloring extra stuff. If we get to the point where we're making our card and something doesn't belong, I'm not forcing it. I'll just save them for another time. Or I'll give them to my kids and they'll stick him on something like he's a sticker, right? Or you could put him on the inside of the card. There's like a million other things you can do. So don't feel like just because you colored something, if you don't use it, it was a waste of your time or coloring. It's not. It's all, oh, it's sneaking up on the sandcastle. I think you should go on that side. I don't know. I just also don't know if I love this red in the middle of our very color coordinated card. I think the blue is enough of a jump for me. I think he would go inside, which maybe that means this will be a push for me to actually make a card base for him to go on. Maybe that's what this is assigned to do. Still have to show more sneak peeks. You guys ready for a sneak peek? I know we're at the hour mark. We'll still finish this card up, but I feel like it's time I owe you a sneak peek. What else do we got? Okay, so we finished up all of our fishy friends. There is another stamp set in this, like stamp and die set in this release. It is the mice cream set. Nice. And if you've been on the blog this week, you've probably seen them. But how stinking cute are these guys? So popsicle, sundae, ice cream cone. He's like in the empty ice cream bowl holding his little belly. Like a little parfait almost. This is like the fanciest popsicle I've seen. So this one doesn't have dies for the sentiments because they're really thin. They would fit those extra small sentiment strips banners that you guys know I love. But that, I mean, come on, we're definitely going to be making with that next week because that is adorable. And then I can show you this one now too. These are the waffle cone foilable panels, which, to be fair, when I saw this to begin with, I thought it went with the fish. I thought it was fishnet. So you could use it either way, but it is meant to be waffle cone. So there's 2 more sneak peeks. Let's wrap up this card, and then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more things to share. Okay, I need my stamps, and I need, all right, I think it's going to have to be Happy Summer because it's sending lots of sunshine is just not going to fit. So Happy Summer fits perfect. So we're going to take it as a gift. And let's very gently place this into my Misty. None of my stuff is glued down, so we're just going to use this as a guide. Happy Summer. Pardon my hand if it gets in the way. Perfect. Now we can move all of this out of our way. And we're going to heat emboss this with our glitter orange sherbet embossing powder. This could still be wet technically in the paper, so we want to make sure that we are using a good bit of our anti-static brush so that our embossing powder doesn't stick to that ink blending that we did. Let's find our thing of warm colors. So yeah, we're going to go sherbet, which is our sparkling sherbet, whatever. Our sparkling orange. If you didn't want sparkling, you could go with the orange pop. It smells so lovely of oranges. And that one doesn't have any glitter to it. But I didn't want to add, I knew I wasn't going to put confetti on this card because it was more of a scene. So I thought having the glitter in our sentiment would be fun. There's our orange glitter. You can see how beautiful that is. That sparkle. Perfect. Whoop. Just me flinging around orange glitter. No big deal. It's orange with this beautiful gold glitter to it. Yeah, we didn't grab this machine. And I need that. Hey, Vicky. All good. All right. Give me a second. It's going to be real quiet. It should blur this out, and then I'll be right back. Make sure that looks pretty smooth. I think it looks pretty good. So still very shiny, but also very legible, right? Happy summer. And then up close, you see all that sparkle. And I just love how the orange pops against that teal, man. It never gets old. It was the same, we made that goldfish on Tuesday, and it was the same thing where it's just that color combo just pops so beautifully. I do want this to lay very flat. So I think I'm going to add that crazy tape again. And I mean, I got this tape from Michelle, so I should check to see if we have this on the website. This was the tape she sent us with for Create, but I had to take them in my suitcase because Ollie didn't have room. Such a burden I bear. Having to bring home all this tape and foam tape. How terrible for me. I love that you guys are loving the ice cream set. That's perfect. We'll definitely use that probably on Tuesday because I'm pretty excited to use them. I hate mice in real life, for the record, but I love mice on stamps. Very cute. And wherever it's going is where it's staying because this paper isn't, or this tape is no joke. So that flattened that out pretty good because you know the heat gun will kind of warp your paper a little bit. But because we glued that down flat, you know, we can play a little bit with some foam. So I think we should pop up our sun, but our clouds can be flat. So we'll glue them down first. Sun is just going to kind of sit on top. This is probably the longest video we've ever done. Sorry, guys, if it's too long. But it's going to be worth it. It's going to be cute. We have a little foam tape for our sun. I don't think I need her popped up all the way, though. I think the sun being popped up is probably enough. I'm okay with that. This is just a lot of scene to have the whole thing popped up. And I really love how the sand is really blending in with the sand. What I am going to do is grab that 35 one more time, though. And we're going to kind of connect. 35 is not the choice. 31. Kind of, I don't need the blue to match the blue, but I kind of like that this meets up with that sand line. So the fact that the bottom edge isn't white, it just kind of sinks right into that sand. I really like that. That makes me very happy. And the shell is not necessary, but we colored her and she's very cute. So because we skipped out on our little crab, I think the shell can have her spot on the card. All right, I'm not going to finish the inside though. You guys will just know that there's a tiny little crab going on the inside of the card. But otherwise, I just love how cute that turned out. I think it's so fun. I would be very happy to get this card. Perfect. Yeah, I don't use orange a lot in the summer. I feel like I really use orange mostly in the fall, but it is such a great like summer color combo with that pink and the yellow. I was 100% was influenced by the pattern paper though, to be fair, which is a good thing to keep in mind too. If you're feeling stuck on what colors you want to do, pick through some pattern paper, or if even if you don't have a lot of pattern paper, but you just need color inspiration, go online and just look at what pattern paper packs there are and use that as your inspo. That's free. Somebody already did that work, but don't make them do it for nothing. Like somebody needs to use it. Color inspiration at least. All right, so then we have the Stay Cool foilable panels. That's our next sneak peek. And I want to make sure, I think these are the same. Yeah, so this is 8 of this fun pattern, which was a stamp set, I think last summer. So super cute little flip-flops. I like that it's higher up on the panel, so you have room for words or sentiment or whatever else you want to add at the bottom. So those are foilables. Very fun. And then to stick with our ice cream, mice cream theme, we have this stamp set that is called Sweet Surprise. So wishing you every flavor of happy, let's chill, you're the sweetest, sprinkled with fun, you're the coolest, you're the sprinkles on my sundae, right? So cute. And you'd be like, well, why do I need just a stamp set of those, right? You need it because there's 2 more die sets, like freestanding buildable die sets. And I'm going to show you the back of the die set so you can see what it makes first. So this is our ice cream truck die set. I come on, are you serious? Like, is that not going to be the cutest thing? We're going to have a very busy July. Like, I'm not going to have to think up like what we're going to make because we have all of these things to play with. So this is our whole ice cream truck. You get all the separate pieces. Everything that's a different color on here is its own die. And I know those can be intimidating, so you know we're going to go through and use them so you can see exactly how I would do it. And then if you're like, that's absolutely too small, too fiddly, I would never, but I love ice cream, then this is the one for you. So these are super well-sized ice cream dies. So you get 2 different cones, the cup, the swirl, the regular, the toppings, the multi-scoop. And like you can see, they're a good size. They're super manageable. It's going to be so easy to use. I love it. I love it so much. A little like little waffle to go on the bottom of this, the bigger waffle to go on the top. So obviously we're going to play with those. And then the perfect last minute, not last minute, but for us, the final piece, the stencil to use for all of that you can use in pieces, you could move around and have for your whole background. This is the topping stencil. So you get little like chocolate chips, hearts, wonky circles, stars, these like just abstract kind of chunk shapes, and then sprinkles. I'm like, seriously. So you could put those on your ice cream scoop. You could make, like I said, you could do a different backgrounds. You could do like this and then shift it and do it again and do it again and fill up your whole background. But just all the different toppings, which goes perfectly with our ice cream. It could be a little background vignette. Maybe that's how we'll use it. Like a little central piece as a background for our little mice next week. We're definitely going to play. We have so much to play with. So make sure that you guys check out Michelle's blog post. There's usually a blog and a YouTube video that go up on release day, sharing the whole release. There'll also be a hop over on Instagram, like I said, with all the design team members tomorrow afternoon. So check that out as well. And yeah, thank you guys so much for sticking with me through this one. Like I said, I know it was a little longer, but I just had a vision and you guys helped me bring it to life. So thank you so much. I will see you back here next week on Tuesday. And until then, I hope you have a great weekend and happy crafting, guys. Oh, Barbara, the release is tomorrow. Tomorrow at like tonight at midnight into tomorrow. So keep an eye out. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.